Okay, great. Let's start. And then when people are coming more, we'll just allow them to join. So today we're going to talk a lot about the EUDIS Defense Hackathons. Our main goal is for you to know everything you need to know to apply, where to apply, how to apply, about your local organizers as well. And of course, about the challenges and EUDIS program as a whole. What are we doing? What support activities do we have more? And all the good stuff. I immediately, of course, put here the QR code at the bottom right. Alternatively, you can go to the EUDIS Hackathon website. If you just put in EUDIS Hackathon, you can find it. And that's where you start your application process. For our agenda, we're going to have a few opening words from Christina. Then I will talk a bit more about the general theme and the challenges we're going to solve in our hackathon together with Mr. Abrilov. Then some general talks about the locations we're having in this edition, the general timeline, how to apply, how to find a team, all of the good parts you might have questions about. And then we're going to hear from each of the local organizers. They will say a few words about their location and of course why you should join them. Towards the end, like I mentioned before, we'll have our Q&A session. If you're just recently joining, you can see that the chat is disabled, but there is a very nice Q&A button here at the top somewhere that you can use to post your questions anonymously, and we'll address them then as we go. Good. Okay, great. Let's get things started. I would love to welcome to the floor Christina, who is also our project officer from EUDIS. Christina, hi, hello. I'm putting you on the screen now.
Yes. Hi, good afternoon to everyone. I'm pleased to see a good number of participants to this info session. So, as Lucas said, my name is Christina and I come from the European Commission, where I lead a small team that works on supporting defense innovation and especially new defense tech founders, startups, scale-up companies, non-traditional defense market players. So the main objective for us is to support defense technology founders to succeed. And then events like this, defense hackathons that will take place now in October is one of such events where we give the opportunity. First of all, we look for the local organizers, and many thanks to the 8 local hosts we have this year. And then we give the opportunity for the technology founders to come together over one single weekend and tackle real-world defense challenges that come, in fact, from European member states that we have defined together with the ministries of defense of the EU member states. And indeed, this event also takes place in a very specific time where, as I think the best way how to describe it is that Europe, we are in a fight. Europe is in a fight, like our president of the European Commission just said last Wednesday. So I think these are very important words, very bold words to remember for all of us. So we see from the Commission side that the Defense Hackathon in October will play a very important role to find new disruptive solutions for the European armed forces. And we put a great value that there will be teams in 8 member states working together, thinking, testing, pitching their ideas to the local jury. We will find 8 best teams among them and give the opportunity also to participate in the EU-wide competition. So we really look forward to the event because this is as you know, every year we have one defense and one defense for space hackathon, space for defense hackathon. So this is, I think, will be a very interesting event where we have defense and space challenges together in one event. But let me also say a few words about the EU Defense Innovation Scheme. Thanks, Lucas, for putting up this slide, because I wanted to little bit tell you what we do, what is these EUDIS actions, as you see. Essentially, this is an initiative which was fully deployed, I would say, last year, with which we want to broaden the base of suppliers for defense industry, and we want to de-risk high potential ideas. So we want to support defense technology founders, innovators throughout their development journey. And here, hackathons, of course, is this initial, very initial phase, how we want to identify, track good ideas that are in the European member states. So I take defense hackathons. The winners will also go through the mentoring program. Will pitch at the EU-wide competition. And we hear from the past winners, there are teams that, of course, established their startups, but there were also teams that had contracts with defense primes. So these are the stories we always look for, like what is the added value of our events. But we want to think of this as a launchpad for innovators. So then the other measures that we provide through the initiative is a business accelerator. So that is next year we will have 2 calls, for 20 startup scale-up companies in each cohort, and that is a 8-month-long training program where we take young startups, scale-up teams through a number of European defense industrial ecosystems, gives the opportunity to speak to end users, speak to fellow innovators, get in touch with investors, and also with primes. So I think it is a very interesting program to consider once there's startup company or the scale-up company established. Then the next measure we have is EUDIS matchmaking, and we usually organize events in the framework of bigger defense innovation or startup events where we bring interesting startup companies, interesting scale-up companies, and give the opportunity to pitch the ideas to investors and larger defense companies. The next measure is more access to finance, is more, of course, focused, as you see, to private investors, and this measure is implemented through European investment funds that selects private funds, invest in them, and these funds in turn are required to support startup scale-up SMEs, startup scale-ups, and also SMEs that work in defense or with dual-use technologies and products. And last but not least, of course, is the European Defence Fund. The whole EUDIS program is part of the European Defence Fund. But once you have a company and you are ready to participate in a cross-border cooperation, every year there is 1 billion in R&D grants, and also we support smaller companies with specialized or focused business.
Hi, everybody. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I believe that from Christina might have had a internet problem, but for your side, it's all fine, right, Anna?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. I can briefly summarize here. Yeah, so the hackathons are a really great way to enter the EUDIS ecosystem. There is a lot of really cool support programs that are present there, and it works from kind of hackathon all the way up to starting company to a bit more mature. So it's been really cool, and they are all built around the same type of challenges. So it provides a natural flow. Hi, Christina.
I am
Sorry.
back. I'm sorry. I think there was indeed, as I heard you that you said there is an internet problem maybe on our side.
Yeah.
So maybe I will just complete. I think I have a few more things to say. Just to finalize on the EDF grant, so this is something to consider, of course, once you have an established company, but I think certainly an interesting perspective for the new technology founders. Right, and just to conclude, I wanted to stress, I think that the value of events like this Defense Hackathon is indeed in the opportunity to cooperate and collaborate. Please use this opportunity. We are looking for new defense technology founders. We're looking for new, fresh perspectives for your skills, for your ambition. And from our side, we commit to visit 1-2 events. We are not able to be in all 8, but indeed, we're looking forward to talk to the teams during the events. So thank you. That would be all from my side.
Thank you so much, Christina, for joining us and introducing the EUDIS program. Please also visit their website. There you will find a lot more information also about the programs Christina introduced to us today. So I would like to introduce the challenge and the themes of our hackathon. What are we going to actually try to solve in the next few months together, starting from October, across all of the 8 locations. I would like to say first a few words about the general theme, and then we have Major General Vladimir Havilov, who is the former Deputy Minister of Defense of Ukraine, also say a few words about one of the challenges in particular. Very much looking forward to that part too. As I mentioned before, I wanted to kind of introduce the main theme first. So our main objective is to make the 2 worlds of space and defense work together in a meaningful way, right? So we try to support defense missions and operations using kind of space technologies and the strategic domain that is space. At the same time, we would like to protect our space assets, and we mean there obviously kind of more deep space in orbit, but also sovereign aerospace. So these 3 challenges are building on that main theme. You can see here protection of space assets, meaning building and using defense technology to make sure that all of our space assets are safe. Then the second challenge, it's the other way around. We have we use space for defense applications, so Earth observation, navigation, all of that very important strategic enablers. And then the third challenge, it's the sovereign aerospace, where we also include unmanned aerial vehicles, the management of it, the production side of that, as well as the countermeasures. I can go over quickly the first 2 challenges briefly. If there are more questions about them, then please do specify in the Q&A. I'm sure we can address them. And you will find the descriptions also on our website about the challenges. So first one, protection of space assets. This is really, like I mentioned before, anti-satellite weapons, orbital jammers, cyber attacks. How do we protect and predict movements in space, defense against it, or maybe also the other side of that. We have then the second challenge, space for defense. You can think here, Earth observation, positioning, navigation, kind of timing of larger multi-model warfare. So like if you use different modes or different armies, how do you coordinate? Maybe space can play a role. And that's what we mean with the second challenge. But I would like to give now the floor to Volodymyr Havilov to introduce the third challenge and its importance to Ukraine as well. Thank you so much, Havilov, for taking the time with us today. to say a few words about the third challenge. The floor is completely yours.
Okay, can you hear me? I hope.
Yes, we can.
Great. I would like to welcome all participants of this important event about challenges. I would like to concentrate on challenges 3. This war in Ukraine is moving very fast to the robotized war, the war of robots. And the key participants in this war are both sides. That's why all challenges and solutions which we need to be resolved are related to drones of all different types and types. And I would like just to specify some of them. First of all, on the front line, where two sides are very close to each other, FPV drone phenomenon is widely becoming aware here. So it means that we have to concentrate not only on the FPV area, but of course about any other drones, but on 3 domains which I mentioned before. Domain number 3 is about the situational awareness. We have a lot of solutions how to detect different drones of small sizes to the medium size on different ranges. That's important to have a clear picture what is going on the airspace, starting from 1 kilometer from you up to 200-300 kilometers from you. The second is about the countermeasures, what to do with the drones we have on the picture. It means you have a set of instruments to shoot them down on different ranges, or maybe to have other countermeasures who can reduce the effectiveness. And the third domain is about force protection. Force protection become a very actual and very important issue now during this conflict. Because of the drones, all transport means, all people up to 1 person are very vulnerable to small drones and medium drones. It means you have to do something to protect tanks, armored vehicles, trucks. You have to have something to protect people, just ordinary soldiers on the ground. And we should look for very fast, cheap, and very easy to scale up solutions in this regard. Without protection of transport means, all tanks and armored vehicles, other things are removed from the battlefield now. And so there is a gray zone, so-called, between two sides, where it's not possible to use any equipment at all because of the drones. And it's not easy to survive for human beings as well. That's why we have to find solutions how to allow people or other systems to operate in this gray zone and to perform the main goal just in this war. Both sides are very creative in using any new solutions in all 3 domains. That's why the evolution of drones is very fast. I would compare it with a kind of bacteria mutation. So every 3-4 months, we have something new at the threat, and we have to provide some solution to tackle this threat. That's why I visited recently several events here in Ukraine, on the territory of Ukraine, where our defense industry, startups, and small teams, together with our partners, were discussing the challenges in the drone operations. And they stressed once again that the drones are becoming the key purpose and the key interest of research and development, not even now, but the future wars. It's inevitable participant of the war. They replace people on the ground. At the same time, it's important to understand that if you have any ideas, you should think about simplicity and price, the cost. You can't fight this war with a very sophisticated and expensive system. You have to provide solutions which are very easy to scale up, which are simple for use for ordinary soldiers, and which are effective and not require a lot of budget. If you are trying to shoot down drones like Shahed-type dog drones, which Russians are using very widely now, with the cost of the Shahed-type drones is around $20,000, and you're trying to kill it, to shoot it down with a missile, as we witnessed that in Poland, which cost around $1 million. It's not possible to win any war. In Ukraine, we started to use as a counter-drone measures drone interceptors, for example. It's also drones, but they designed just to intercept other drones in the air. And the cost, for example, one interceptor in Ukraine now, produced in Ukraine, is $2,000. Of course, with that kind of price, you can fight in numbers against threats like Shahed or something else. But you can't fight with that drone against HPV drones, which are very simple and with a cost of maybe $1,000. That's why you have to find something which is affordable in terms of the resources and the money. And that's the issue. One more thing which is emerging in the war is fiber optic drones, which are very stable in the German environment. And one of the challenges, which was mentioned as well here in Ukraine several times recently on different events, is how to address the problem of fiber optic drones, which use fiber optics for delivering command and control. Many ideas are in the air here, but any new solutions, any new startup solutions are very welcome to address this issue. And the teams who will succeed with that, of course, they will have a huge perspective because everybody is looking for something simple and effective against fiber optic drones. And of course, it's important to think about the materials and components which give us opportunity to produce drones of different types in mass and to produce it more cheaply with a limited with not many components as possible, just easy to multiply them even in the field environment. That's the issues I wanted just you to keep in mind during the research and development and ideas. Dynamics here are very high. So once again, every 3-4 months, we have some solutions and some new press emerging. So I think next time during next hackathon, for example, we will see something new which to be kept in mind. But now for the next half year as minimum, the challenges I mentioned are the number one here in Ukraine. In the future, we don't know exactly how the drone systems will evolve, especially with artificial intelligence stepping in. We will see some artificial intelligence solutions next 2-3 months here in Ukraine as a test deployment. But nobody can predict how this direction will develop and perform in future because it's uncharted waters for everybody in the world, like any kind of artificial intelligence. But inevitably in this war, we will see first deployment of that kind of capability. And those who can succeed with once again, effective and simple solutions will have a good future in the technology and the projects and the businesses. That's in 2 words, which I wanted just to stress for you and to pay attention to that. And I am very grateful for your energy, for your desire to contribute to the victory of Ukraine, and it means to the victory on Europe in this war, to stop aggressor and to be strong in the future. So thank you very much. I wish you all the best in Europe.
Thank you so much, Mr. Havrilov. Thank you so much for providing the context from Ukraine, why we're doing this. Exactly right. And that's often, at least the last part you mentioned, sometimes it's the simple solutions that work the most and the best. So it is always good to get that input from your side on that. We're very grateful for your time and thank you. I will now, one moment. Yes. I will now introduce you the hackathon weekend kind of practical information, right? So what locations do we have? What's the timeline? What's the application process like? How do you form a team? How do you join a team? And keep yourself in the loop. Like always, the Q&A is open. I took some moment here already to answer some questions, but if you have more, please drop them in there. We can handle them all together one by one. So yeah, we have 8 wonderful locations this edition. We are going to ask them to say a few words at the end of our session, but you can already take a look at them here, whichever is closest to you, right? So you can check if you have some questions for them specifically. Then of course do ask. We're going to hear from them shortly. Then I would like to show you the general timeline, right? So where we are now and when is the hackathon itself. So the official registration deadline would be the October 10th. That's 1 week before the weekend itself. The weekend will be starting on Friday, lasting until Sunday. So you will have enough time to hack with your team and make meaningful solutions. After that, quite rapidly after that, the winners will jump into the mentorship program, of which I'll be talking a bit more later, and ending up in the EU-wide pitching competition. So how that works is all of the winners of the top 1 positions from each location, they all go together in the mentoring program, and then in the end they pitch on the EU-wide pitching competition. From there, the top 3 will be taken to together with EUDIS. More about prizes later. Of course, it's very important, so I'm already talking about now, but we can talk about it more later, and also some questions maybe we can answer about it. This is the day schedule, the weekend schedule itself. So Friday, and the times are in the CEST, so that might be different from your time zone, right? So, but basically, general lines, it will start Friday afternoon with a bigger program where we connect all of the different 8 locations together, and this will be a common theme across the whole weekend. We will, think Eurovision, but then defense hackathon format. So we will call in between all of the different locations and show around what everybody's working on. So we can do and solve those challenges together. This will happen on Friday afternoon already, but there is also going to be a live stream that you can follow in case you're still at work, obviously. Then Saturday you will start early in the morning, but our general session will start somewhere in the afternoon. And on Sunday, you will have their pitching day. The locations there, they will be open from morning to evening. So these are just the times that you see in a larger program where we connect all of you together. All of your local organizers will also have their own specific program, right? So this is just a general indication of kind of what we have in store for you from the EUDIS perspective. We always sometimes get questions, okay, I don't have a team yet, or my team is this size, am I allowed to join? The question is, of course, we're looking for people. You can, of course, make also teams on the spot. We'll have some time selected for that on Friday. But if you are very, excited about this program, you can get started, and you want to have your team already now, or you want to register as a team, these are the steps. So first steps, you would register yourself on the Taikai platform. After doing so, you will receive a Discord link. You will then go in and get verified using your ID, and then you'll have a safe space there to communicate and look for teams. Alternatively, you can also look on Taikai itself. You can start your project there and see what positions are open. It's a great space for teams to kind of recruit people as well. So how do you do that? You go to the EUDIS Hackathon website. From there, you can click on any of these local organizers here to go to their registration page and fill in a quick form to join. Registration page looks like this. The eligibility criteria, you have to be 18 or older. And there's also a question here I saw earlier in the Q&A. You will need to be a citizen and a resident of EU or Norway. So those are both. It is difficult for if you, for example, are a citizen and you don't live in an EU member state or Norway, then it will be difficult, and vice versa as well. If you are non-EU Norway citizen, but you live there, then you can unfortunately also not participate. But other than that, everybody is of course welcome. Minimum team size would be 2. If you don't have a team, you can join one. And if you don't do it before, you can try to do that on the Friday itself. So a little bit about the Discord. We're starting this already now. So it's quite exciting. We're trying to create a little community before the event itself. It's a great place to get to know all of the participants, and also form your teams. Ask around a little bit. What is everybody doing? What is everybody working on? And it'd be anyway have some fun too. You can join by registering yourself on the Taikai. You will receive the invite link. From there, you will be asked to verify yourself, and after that, maybe 1 or 2 days, you will have full access to the Discord. This is just a security measure. We do need to know who you are. Then, that being said, don't overshare stuff in public, right? don't share anything about your code. Don't share anything, crazy about your product or the things you're working on. Always have a common sense about what you're up to and what you're willing to share. The verification process sounds scary. It's very, very easy. We're using Verif for that. So it's you click on the link, you say, yes, indeed, this is my phone. It will ask you to take a selfie and hold your ID card, after which we immediately know whether or not you're an EU citizen, resident, and all of that good stuff. If you have your ID card on hand, it will not take you more than 5 minutes to do it. It's just sometimes a bit annoying to find your wallet and your ID card, but after that, you'll be fine. So ID card or passport. I see a comment here from Javi. Yes, I mentioned here EU and Norway, but also Ukraine is eligible to join. So any Ukrainians in the chat or in the attendee list, you are also eligible to partake and join in. But that's a good comment. More a little bit back about the winners and the evaluation. What are we looking for? We basically have 4 evaluation criteria, and they're weighted. So we have here relevance, and that's relevant for the challenge that we've proposed or the general theme that we've proposed. Is there a solution fit to the problem? We look also at your uniqueness of your idea. So is it standing out, or does anything else particular about the way you're doing it, is that unique? So sometimes maybe you have an older solution, but you can do it cheaper, or you can do it faster, or you can scale it easier. Just, what is new about your idea? What sets you apart? We also look at progress. This is always a little bit more of a gray area, but basically what we mean is we want teams to come to the hackathon and actually work on something, build something in that weekend that is new. And we look at the progress that you've made in that weekend. So it's a little bit maturity independent, meaning you can be a team that formed themselves on the Friday and started working and made great progress, or you can be maybe a bit more mature of a team, but you have solved a big issue that you've been experiencing for a long time. So that's what we mean with the progress. What did you do in that weekend? And I think that creates a lot of fairness for most participants. Everybody has a good shot of winning because of that. And it avoids people showing up on Sunday, going to stage immediately and pitch, right? So we do look at the progress that you make. That's the goal of that criteria. Then we have team. This basically means do you have the capabilities to actually execute the idea that you have? Do you need more? Is it possible in the time frame that we need it to be possible? What is the commitment level like? What have you learned during the weekend? Are you coachable by mentors? These kind of things that falls under the team evaluation criteria. Then we have the prizes. I mentioned it earlier a little bit before, obviously, because I can't help myself, and the prizes are super nice and important. So these are just the prizes that we are giving you from our EUDIS perspective. There will also be prizes given to you by each of the local organizers, which we'll hear more about in a moment, or shortly after even. But basically, to summarize, all of the winners from each location will be grouped together in a 2 months quite intensive mentoring session or program, where you'll be building your product and solution further. But most importantly, you'll be meeting a lot of cool people in the EU Defense Network that want to help you out and want to coach you and want to make sure you understand, what are the next steps and what is possible. It will compose of workshops. They will happen weekly or bi-weekly individual mentoring, and there will be room for some ad hoc experts as well. So what we mean by that is if you have a unique problem and you don't know how to solve it, we'll try to find you experts and put you in contact and pay for those experts. If you have an amazing expert that you want to talk to, then you can of course also tell us, and we can set it up with all of the necessary NDAs and everything needed. Then you'll have the unique opportunity to pitch at the EU-wide pitching competition, which will be in January. So we'll take a little break over Christmas, of course. But in January, we'll be back and we will have a EU-wide pitching competition. There we select the top 3 out of the top 8 startups. And with those top 3, we will go to a prominent defense or startup or innovation event where we'll be meeting investors and also have a big pitching opportunity there. Those costs for the top 3 to attend that event will be provided by us. Of course, up to a certain limit, but they will be provided by us. So if you have any questions, please put it in here in the chat. We'll probably address them towards the end. And then I think that you've probably heard me talk quite a bit this session already, and it might be way more fun now also to hear from the local organizers. So these are the people that you'll be attending the event with, interacting quite closely in the weekend, and it's going to be quite fun. So I would like to invite here first on the stage Martijn. I will provide you now here. Oh no, not Martijn, sorry, Sven for Bayern Innovatief. If I can find you here. Yes, nice, perfect. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Lucas. Hello together, my name is Sven. I'm the project lead for the German contribution to the EUDIS Hackathon. We will do it for the second time. We did it in May. It was very successful, and I am from Bayern Innovativ, as Lucas said. And we will host the hackathon, so this hackathon, not in Augsburg like in May. We will do it quite near to Munich in Bavaria, in Erding. It is on the military air base. It is a very nice, interesting location to do a hackathon like that. So that will be nice and secure ambience, and also with a lot of nice people from our partners in the security and defense sector. So that will be, for example, people from the MOD, from the German MOD, and from the OHB, Airbus, TWD, and Ariane groups. So quite a bit from every challenge, someone who will attend as a mentor. And the the first places, sort of the first place will have a nice and interesting 5,000 euro prize plus a pitch training from Palladium. Palladium is a defense accelerator from the University of the Bundeswehr in Munich, so a NATO Diana partner. So very interesting for those who have interest in or to push their idea on a higher level regarding NATO. The second and the third place will have 3,000 and 2,000 euro plus free entry to our network events, because we as the Bayern Innovativ, we are really powerful in doing events, especially in security and defense events. This is where I do work in the department Tech Hub SVI, so Technology Hub for Security and Defense. That's our specialty, and we are having a nice and interesting ecosystem here in Bavaria. I think you will be in a very good and interesting ambience. And last but not least, we will also provide the EUDIS Hackathon hoodie. We did it in May. I think Lucas is wearing one. Yeah, I can see it from my camera. So that's our little USP. But keep in mind that is only while supplies last. So I hope we can give it to everyone. But yeah, we will see how many people will come to Bavaria and Erding. I will be very appreciate if you come to us and if you hack in our interesting location. If you want to have more information about us, you can join me on LinkedIn. I'm over there. And if you have any questions, come to me or register yourself on our German contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sven. Then we will hop over to Spain with David.
Hello, everyone. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Matzicado, and I'm one of the local organizers of the Spanish Hackathon. I'm a member of a company that organized the event. Our primary objective is to develop and help other space companies to create the space strategies and their products. Moreover, we assist other non-space related companies to develop some space strategies. Additionally, now we are part of the SABIC program, and also we are a technology broker of ESA in Spain. The hackathon is organized in consortium with the UPM, which is a Spanish leading university specialized in engineering and technology, and also with Plastic Foundation, which is a key institution supporting innovation and research in Madrid. The event will take place in ETCI, which is the UPM Aerospace University located in Madrid. The university is very well connected, as it has connection with 3 metro lines to train station, and also the airport is located in less than 16 minutes. Moreover, the university is fully equipped for the correct development of the event, and also we have an hangar which will be visited during the event. Regarding the mentors, we expect to assign a group of mentors for every challenge with different backgrounds. Some business mentors from Madrid Plastic Foundation, and also we expect to have a highly experienced military mentors to provide their unique point of view to the event. Moreover, some members of Arribas will also be in the hackathon, helping the development of the hackathon. Finally, I would like to talk about the prizes. There will be 3 cash prizes available for the winning teams. Each winning team will be able to win up to 2,500 euros. And also the winning teams for each challenge will be granted with a 1 day of mentoring in a technology company or technical unit. And that's all from my side. So if you want some questions, do not hesitate to ask me. I'll see you in the hackathon.
Great, thank you so much, David. So now we're jumping from Spain to Italy, and I would like to welcome on stage. We have here Carlotta.
Hello, hi. Hi, can you hear me and see me?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Carlotta Achille, project manager of the EUDIS Hackathon for the EMLD Foundation. The EMLD Foundation is the foundation of the Italian Space Agency and the PATSA Research Consortium, and its mission is to promote the scientific and technological research aimed at technology transfer, with a special focus on space sector and defense sector. The Italian edition of this third EUDIS Hackathon will take place in Turin and in hybrid mode. Turin, together with Rome, is the main city in relation to the space and defense ecosystem. The edition is co-sponsored and promoted by the EID, which is an important aerospace regional district. During the hackathon, there will be a lot of mentors, very important in the aerospace ecosystem. For example, we will have a representative from SIAC, representative from the University of Turin, and ESA business ambassador. As regards the prizes, the total prizes is 5k euros, and for the first two positions, there will be a new space economy course for free. So for any question, do not hesitate to contact us by LinkedIn, of course, and see you during the hackathon weekend.
Great. Thank you so much, Carla. Now we'll be jumping from Turin to Prague with Robert. Right?
No,
or no,
Albert,
not with Robert,
hi.
sorry. Sorry, I clicked the wrong one. We have Albert, sorry.
Yes, hope you can hear me.
Yes, now we can see
Okay.
you too. Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So we are from the Prague Innovation Institute, and we are basically your connection to Prague's innovation. That means we are linking industry, academia, and the public sector together within our region. And our main domains include aerospace, AI, biotech, medtech, and others. And my name is Albert, and I'm representing the space domain here. And I'm glad to invite you to Prague, to the heart of Europe, actually, for the hackathon. So it should be basically the best location for everybody, right? Because it's right in the center of Europe, or most of the people anyway. We offer the pool of 3,000 euro financial prize for the best 3 teams. But what's interesting is that bonus prize for each of those 3 teams that is provided by our dear partner, University of Defense, which is organizing a tailored day for you and your team at their premises and test sites. The venue of the hackathon is very nice, opens the whole night. Actually, we are going to be there with you the whole night. There will be lots of food and drinks, showers available. It'll just be great, I hope, as last time. You will also get this cool badge. And overall, I think we are a great location for you to become one of the European finalists. Also, you can stay longer after the hackathon if you want to experience the biggest festival of space activities and events in the Czech Republic. And we are also part of the program. And yeah, to know more about the exact location and the partners and all the mentors, please register for our Czech hackathon at Taikei page. And also worth mentioning, next week it's our local webinar where you will also find out more information. It's the 23rd September at 5:30 p.m. Central European Time. For any more information, yeah, you can find me on LinkedIn or write an email, which you'll also find on Taikei page. And thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Albert. From Poland, which will be Bogdan.
Yes, hello everyone from Poland. My name is Bogdan. I represent Bluetooth Solutions, the company that is organizing Polish hackathon this time. So Bluetooth Solutions is a company that is itself building applications and solutions using satellite data, but also we are active in supporting startups and young teams organizing hackathons and accelerators, and we had been organizing few defense hackathons in the past as well. We ourselves in our team will have experts from satellite data sector, but also, of course, we will have more mentors from other space-related companies, from drone-related companies, defense tech, from venture fund, business, and IT. Our event will be held in Gdansk, in the Gdansk Science and Technology Park, and of course online. So we'll be happy to see you on site in Gdansk. But in case if you will be participating from another location, and we have a tradition that if from one location we have at least 2 teams, we order pizza there. So team up with other teams from your location and organize hacking and some party there. As for the prizes, as you main prize for the first team is 10,000 zloty, which is a bit more than 2,000 euros. And we have also, as you can see, prizes for the second and third places. We have Polish Space Agency on board as a partner and honorary partner of our event. And yeah, see you in Gdansk and online.
Great. Thank you so much, Bogdan. Then we'll jump to the Netherlands with ground with Martijn. Ground station space.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thanks. Well, thank you all for joining this introductory webinar for the EUDIS Hackathon. My organization, groundstation.space, organizes the Dutch edition. As you can see, we have a multi-stakeholder partnership, which includes regional governments, innovation agencies, regional development funds, and 2 of the main partners of the defense side, from that's TNO and NLR. And we will have on site as well the MINDbase, which stands for Military Innovation by Doing, which are the innovation centers from the Dutch Ministry of Defense. So all these institutes will be there on site. So our venue is on Space Campus. It's near ESTEC. It's a brand new building. Opening is the 7th of October. So you will be the first one to be there. We have materials on site, so also hardware startups can participate. We have a large field outside, so if you have your drone, you want to do some some testing, this can be done within the reasonable distance, of course. Then what we do after the hackathon, after awarding you a great prize, we will provide you follow-up. We can do this because we are supported by the regional economic board from the Duin en Bollenstreek, so that's where Noordwijk is located. And we really can help you build your venture. Based on the participation of last year's Cassini hackathons, which we also organized, we provide accommodation, food and drinks, fun and games, and we hope to see you all around in Noordwijk. It's a hybrid event, but I strongly recommend to be on site so you can best benefit from the expertise and have a great weekend. So see you in Noordwijk, and any questions, feel free to reach out on LinkedIn, Taikai, or just give me a call, old-fashioned way. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Martijn. Then I would like to showcase also Rotsa with Robert.
Yes, thank you. Hey everyone, my name is Robert. I'm the lead on the Romanian Tech Startups Association site. We are an organization dedicated to supporting the growth of Romania and Eastern European startup ecosystem by connecting the founders with resources, investors, and also opportunities to scale internationally. This is the first edition for us in organizing the EUDIS hackathon, and it's an important topic for us, dual-use technologies, especially with the geopolitical context very close to our border, and this is why we want to support these challenges. Our location is going to be at the National Institute for Research and Development in Informatics in Bucharest, and of course also online, and also our mentors are professionals from the space and defense sectors, but also experts with strong business and startup expertise, and also people from our investment partners. Our prizes include cash prizes, but also some follow-ups with mentoring, free entry in our incubation and acceleration programs, media exposure, and also connections with key stakeholders for partnership and proofs of concepts. So yeah, that's it from our side. Hope to see many of you participating in the Romania edition, and see you very soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Robert. And we will jump to Portugal for our last local organizer. And I believe we have Andre here to say a few words.
Hi. So we are organizing this in the Technical Innovation Center, which is also a brand new space just out of Technical University, and it's quite central in Lisbon. We do have mentors from the Portuguese Ministry of Defense and also from leading companies working in defense and aerospace topics such as critical software and others. Our prices are actually a bit bigger than this. So the first prize is 5,000 euros. So that means that I believe we have one of the biggest cash prize monies. But other than that, we also are offering 3 months incubation at the first defense tech startup incubator in Lisbon, which is going to open in October. So the teams not only get the prizes, but they also get the free incubation for the duration of the mentorship just after the done. Other than that, I think it's going to be a great 3 days of hacking. We are also very excited to host people from outside Europe and from outside Portugal, obviously from Europe. And yeah, we will have in our facilities the possibility for you to stay in case you want to sleep over.
Great. It's always good. Thank you so much, Andre. And with that, we've heard from every local organizer for the autumn edition. Then I come to the end of our presentation on the minute. Perfect timing. I know that we have half an hour more for the Q&A session, but all in all, perfect timing. Final question: if you haven't already, scan this QR code or go directly to the EUDIS Hackathon website. From there, you can go to the local organizers. You can visit their websites. You can learn more about them before making your decision if you need to. But from there, you can also directly go to the Taikai website and register yourself as a participant. Invite your team members or find your team members online and join forces. We would be extremely happy to host you in all 8 locations. It's going to be quite exciting weekend. So I will now take the time to answer any question you might have in the Q&A section. If you haven't already checked it out, I've been answering them here and there whenever I could spare a minute. But I will summarize them briefly for those that maybe haven't gone there yet. And it gives you a bit more time to formulate as well new questions. And if we see at some moment no new questions come in, that will be the end of our session. So first question comes in. I live in the UK, but I'm an Italian citizen. Would I be eligible to participate in the hackathon? Unfortunately, here you will need to be a citizen and a resident of any EU member state, Norway or Ukraine. I'm not sure if you are moving or planning to go anytime back to Italy for that part, but that would help a lot. Yeah, so you need to be a citizen and a resident. Is it possible to get a transcript of the talks? I'd like to read it later and think about some more problems, think about some of the problems mentioned. Yeah, so shortly, I hope this week the recording will at least be put on our website. I don't see any reason why not to include here the transcript or maybe the slides as well. I saw another comment later about the slides. So we can make a nice little package there with where the materials can be viewed. That will be shown on our website. Yeah, other slides shared? Yes, they will be. Yeah, comment again, Ukraine is also eligible. So anybody with Ukrainian citizenship, they can join our hackathons too. So that's also the answer. Double citizenships, yes, from Ukraine, that's allowed. The citizenship verification is only after the project is approved, right? No, so you actually just apply with your as a person first through Taikai. You can, that's where you'll be verified, but other than that, it would be okay. And then later on, you can create a project. So project approval, it's very light part of it. So you'll get approved as a person, and then you can start your project. Yeah. We will have test locations. Yeah, so some local organizers have organized test locations. It will differ from location to location. So the best you can do is look for your desired local organizer and contact them. Some of them have already mentioned it in their presentation that they will have some. Could we access previous hackathon challenges and winning solutions to gain a clearer idea of what to expect? Yeah, so from the previous editions, all top 8 members and top 3 teams, they are all on our website. So if you go to our website and then go on the tab that says winners, you can see briefly a short paragraph or a couple sentences about each idea. But most of them can also be found on their website, or they have a LinkedIn page. Some of those teams will also be present in as mentors in some of our current editions, so that's always exciting. But basically, if you would like to get a better idea of what is expected, you will see there that it's quite a wide range, which is really good, I think. But we are looking, of course, to bolster EU defense. So if you have anything that has a promising idea or product already that does that, yeah, this is what we're looking for. Winners will be selected per local organizers, or in each country there will be one winner. This will be selected by the local organizer and their independent jury, and then the EU-wide pitch winners that will be done by independent jury set up by EUDIS. Is it possible to participate remotely? Yes, absolutely. So all local organizers will also run their own hybrid event, or they run their hackathon as a hybrid event. And all of our more central provided programs, it will all be live streamed on Discord. So you can easily check in there. I wouldn't recommend it though. As you could see, a lot of the local organizers have really cool things for you in store. So you're going to have a way better experience if it's possible to participate physically in the room. Obviously, we understand not everybody has that luxury to do it. So that's why it's hybrid. Just make sure, for the pitching, you figure out something nice, but it's showable and comes across well. Then we have a question that says, what about in case too many participants and too few use cases? So is there an owner of the use case deciding to accept applicants or not? No, in short, you'll be accepted. Everybody will be accepted as individuals, and then you can form a team. You can form any team, any topic, as long as it's part of the theme and the challenges that we laid out. But you won't be discouraged to join immediately from your application procedures. Everybody's welcome to join in. The challenges and the theme have been set by the EU member states. So those are, I guess, the larger challenge holders. But from location to location, there is also industry partners that are being onboarded that can provide a bit more context to some of the challenges, and also maybe have their own prizes and mentors or juries that you can interact with in case you would like to get more concrete resources on what to solve. I see some new posts. I'll try to answer them as well. I'm already registered for the Berlin edition in November. Can I also join the Munich version? There's a comment. Okay, yes, it's European Defense Tech Hackathons, not the EUDIS Hackathons. So join. Wait, I'll show you again this one. Go here, EUDIS Hackathons, and then register for us, and then you can join ours also. It's not mutually exclusive. So we talk EUDIS Hackathons. So that is EU Defense and Innovation Scheme, which is directly then funded by the European Commission. So it's a public organized event. Yes, Bayern Innovative also has remote participation. Every location will have it. I have already registered my project in a location. Can I change it? Yes, you can, of course. So what I would do if I were you, I would register it also to the Taikai procedures from the location you wish to go, and then of course inform the local organizers from the location you would like to leave about your absence. But yeah, it does require you to briefly reapply from Taikai. This is because every Taikai page is managed by their own local organizers, and they need to know from your side, how many people they have, if you have any dietary restrictions, etc. So it does mean you have to reapply to Taikai, but it's definitely possible to switch. Nice. I answered a bunch of questions in 8 minutes, so that's quite nice. But if you have any more, I'll be here, obviously, to help out. I'll give it a couple more minutes in case you have a question you haven't asked before. Now's the time. New one came. Yes, so there's a question here. The resident and citizen requirements applies to every single participant of the team, not just the one applying. Yes, this is correct. Every team member that you have would need to apply to participate. Also, ID cards will be checked on the door itself. So I don't want you to travel all the way wanting to participate, and then your ID is checked and you can't come in. This is not what we want. So please do register everybody beforehand. It's a lot better. So it applies to everybody, correct? And this is to create, it's one rule. To kind of create the safe environment. I understand it's not the nicest sometimes in some cases, but it's the thing we can do to make it safe. Unfortunately, it's sometimes needed. It's not easy, we understand. Somebody raised their hand, but I think it's better if you go to the Q&A. Maybe you misclicked. I'll give you 1 more minute to ask any question you would want. If not, then I would urge you all to go take a look on the website here and go to Taikai to register. It's important to say that you are registering as a person. All of your team members need to register. After you've been accepted on Taikai, it allows you to create a project, either on Taikai, but also on Discord. I would highly recommend to click on the link that you will receive by your local organizer to join the Discord. It's a nice place to have a chat, to engage with us, to engage with all local organizers in case you have questions. That's really the easiest way. Other than that, you can follow up by email to any of the local organizers, or some have offered also their LinkedIn. That would be probably the easiest. If there's anything project or like EUDIS related that you have questions about, then feel free to reach out as well to me. or the contact at EUDIS email address. Ooh, one last question came in just now. If the NATO allies are EU member states, Norway or Ukraine, then yes. If the NATO allies fall out of EU member states and Ukraine, then no. Okay, good. Then I think it's safe to say thank you everybody for your time. Oh no, we're getting more. Sorry. My project is borderline between section 2 and 3. How can I check where to register it? I believe you mean the challenges 2 and 3. I don't think they would be too strict on it. Meaning, if they're good at solving the challenges mentioned, and you can even solve 2 with one solution, then obviously that's relevant, right? So don't worry about it too much, which challenge you select in your application procedure. It will all be about what you're going to do on that weekend and what you're showing and pitching on stage. Is it relevant for the challenges mentioned or not? That's about it. So I wouldn't worry about it in the application part. I'll give it some more time. Every time I say 1 more minute, and then it's about closing time, and then a new question arrives. So that's great. I will not rush it anymore, but if you have questions, please type them out. I'm here to answer. It's the easiest thing for me to do now. You have a faster reply than an email. Local organizers are also still here in the call if you have a question for them. Let's avoid our inboxes becoming too full. So if we have questions, as little or as big as they can be, this is the moment. All right. I would like to thank everybody for being here, for being engaged in the topic. We're looking forward to it a lot. Seeing you also in person at the different locations and also on the live streams. It's going to be an amazing weekend. It's going to be quite intense, but fun as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all. Thank you so much. Recordings will be on our website. Reach out to local organizers if you have questions, or reach out to the EUDIS team directly, and I'm sure that we can answer any questions that you have after this session still. Alrighty, thank you all so much. See you at the weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye.